2/3 of working-age Americans in the lower income group have reached the obvious conclusion. Why work when you can be
deep fat fried?
Man, I've hoping the power would stay out for this one.
I mean, if I had just plowed through, it would have, but unfortunately,
Yeah, we've got a windstorm here, and I may just the power may go down at any...
Well, all the more reason for us to embrace this as quickly as possible.
Does America, the richest country on earth, have a poverty problem?
Yes. Well, no, technically it's a feature. It's not a bug.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, from the perspective of the populace.
A design element is what you'd call it?
Yes.
Are vast numbers of people going without shelter or food?
Yes. That is correct.
Are poor children suffering from malnutrition? If you read the headlines, you might believe this is true. It's not.
It's because it is.
I'm not really looking to I'm not really looking to hear that from the villain from Demolition Man. So
yeah.
Simon Phoenix. Yeah, that's the motherfucker I'm talking about.
Looks like
this is like
Simon Phoenix.
This is like Dollar Store Dennis Rodman. Yeah, one of the two.
Since the earthquake of 2010, specific information concerning objects featured in the
Hello, human. I'm Nug. You will subscribe and become a Pessimist Productions patron.
And become a free member on Kick to enjoy live streams of Deep Fat Fried every week, deep dives every Saturday,
Or other shows such as Hey Paul, what you watching? Backseat Gaming, Ideology, Commentaries,
mega shows every month,
and more. Click the link. Feed.
America's poverty crisis is fiction, a myth manufactured to make us feel like we're not doing enough to help the unfortunate. We should feel bad about.
So this is about assuaging the guilt that the people that watch you feel when they trip and stumble over 800 homeless people as they're on their way to the Fendi outlet to buy another fucking $9,000 Birkin bag or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
This is about like, it's all fake. Just keep your nose in the air and ignore these others. They're just trying to make you feel like you're not doing enough. Wow, disgusting.
Yeah, there's like 1 million homeless people, dude.
Yeah.
And that's just homeless. That's not counting all the people with shitty homes that can't fucking make ends meet.
Yeah.
Why do conservatives believe everyone only reads headlines like them? Because they're stupid fucking idiots.
Our treatment of the poor. We are doing them a terrible disservice, but not for the reason you think. So, where does this myth come from?
Just finished basic
training. We're helping them too much. We're helping them too much. Because if you give a poor person something, then what incentive do they have to work for it?
Yeah. If you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. If you teach a man to fish.
Yeah.
It comes from an accounting trick. Ready for this?
Yeah.
The official measure of poverty does not include 88% of the welfare benefits low-income families receive from the government.
Okay.
Refundable tax credits.
Shouldn't. The reason that they
receive the welfare is because they're under a fucking certain poverty level, you stupid fucking imbecile.
Unbelievable, man.
That doesn't count all the money we give them for being too poor, though. It's like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you retarded, bro? Who is this twink? Simon Phoenix.
For which
this is Simon Phonics.
Beneficiary receives a check from the Treasury, not counted. EBT debit cards loaded with SNAP benefits,
they shouldn't
not
be counted. They
benefits
shouldn't be
from
counted.
over 100 other programs.
They are the treatment for the aforementioned poverty problem that this video is supposedly about. These are the programs, insufficient though they may be, that we have to address the fact.
So wait a minute.
That 1 million people are homeless in this country.
A person is poor, so we give them benefits so that they can survive, and then you want to count the benefits we give them towards them not being poor?
Yeah. Look at all this free food you're getting. That doesn't seem like poor to me. It's like it doesn't.
Okay.
Being Medicaid and housing subsidies, the government doesn't count any of this as income, even though in the real world, it obviously is.
Income comes from a fucking job, from a business investment. Income is something that you make in exchange for your labor or your time or your fucking talent.
Jesus.
Let's see how this plays out.
Okay.
The average household in the bottom 20% of income earners receives, on average, annual government transfer payments of about $45,000. When those transfer payments are counted as income, the poverty rate falls from its official level of 12% to only 3%.
Fuck you, you retard. You are so fucking stupid.
I don't even know
So
what to say to this.
are you saying that so basically you're saying that welfare is a good thing then?
Yeah. This really should be titled Why We Should Increase Welfare Benefits.
So basically you're saying that 12% of the population would be poor without these benefits, but thanks to these benefits, only 3% of the population is poor. Congratulations, you've just made an argument for fucking welfare, you stupid fucking imbecile. Jesus.
The percentage of children living in poverty plummets from 17% to 3%. Seniors, 9% to 1%.
Is this guy, if this does not conclude with you saying that welfare is actually a good thing, then
No.
this argument is
He's going to tell you,
fucking
I
retarded.
can tell you exactly what he's going to say. He's going to say that welfare incentivizes people not to work.
Okay.
So that's the disservice that we've done to the poor.
So, but basically, by the fucking very logic of your opening, we would catastrophically raise the poverty rates if we didn't fucking give welfare.
I don't know, TJ. When faced with actual need, how many of those people will pull themselves up by their bootstraps and join the labor force, TJ?
Yeah.
Quit lounging around on the dole, TJ.
Counting transfer payments also eliminates most of the differences in the poverty rate across races.
Okay.
Census data from 2017 shows that 11% of whites and 21% of blacks are poor. But when counting all transfer payments as income received, the relative poverty numbers fall to 2% for whites and 4% for blacks.
But when doing this completely
You'll fi-
mathematically and statistically inaccurate thing to paint a picture that is beneficial to my worldview, you can see that the numbers are way lower. It's
I
like,
don't even see how it is beneficial to his worldview because he's basically saying that this is an effective treatment for poverty.
no,
And
he's
these
saying
numbers-
we've given enough. He's saying we've given enough, and I'd be willing to bet before the end of this video, he's saying we're giving too much.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, it's PragerU, so it's definitely going to go that way. But so far, the argument has been nothing but fucking pro-welfare.
and much more in Phil Graham and Donald Boudreaux's excellent book, The Triumph of Economic Freedom.
Oh, wow.
As Graham and Boudreaux observe, the only reason the poverty rate has not fallen in over 50 years is
I'm
that
going to tell you something as a Louisiana boy. You don't trust no motherfucker named Boudreaux.
Boudreaux.
You don't fucking
Yeah,
trust
dude.
no motherfucker named Boudreaux.
Man, I know that
Everybody
Boudreaux
in
family
Louisiana-
over there.
Everybody Louisiana way know. You don't trust no Boudreaux, bitch.
Yeah, they come from St. Tammany over there.
the Census
Boudreaux
Bureau
boys.
simply ignores most welfare benefits. What about consumption? Are poor Americans living in destitution? Hardly. The
Man, dude,
Census Bureau's-
that is the worst fear of many a Louisiana parent is to hear that their daughter is dating, little Jimmy Boudreaux.
Don't be
I
dating
heard
no...
your daughter running around with Jimmy Boudreaux. Oh, hell no. No. Tell me it ain't so.
Tell
Oh,
me
that's what I
it ain't
hear down on the
so. She
bio.
dating a Boudreaux. No.
American Housing Survey shows that more than 40% of officially poor households own their own homes.
Yeah, the only thing they're good for is making that butt paste. Other than that, though.
Almost 90% have air conditioning. Even more have flat-screen TVs and smartphones. So,
Why do you think they know how to make the best pace?
Yeah,
Because they spend most of their time booty burning people, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know it.
who are the truly poor in America? The homeless. And the reason for their poverty is overwhelmingly mental illness or drug addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from this group, almost no one lacks food or shelter, not to mention cable TV and Air Jordan sneakers. Does that mean the war on poverty has been a success? The answer, unfortunately, is no. Worse than no. It has been an abysmal failure.
You just
Wow.
said that by accounting for it, poverty goes from 12 to 3%. How is that an abysmal failure?
Yeah, there's nobody in poverty. I mean, statistically insignificant proportion of the country, according to your fuzzy, weird logic math, is pretty tiny in comparison to what I thought it was. So it was a colossal achievement.
Here's why. The increased dependency on the government has largely severed the bottom fifth of income recipients from the rewards and responsibilities of work.
See, I fucking told you. It's always the same shit.
Why don't you just fucking come on?
If you slap the food out of a bunch of children's mouths, that'll somehow fix poverty.
This is just like all you're doing is trying to clean up, intellectualize, and present the dumbest fucking argument that's made by rednecks and fucking conservative idiots the world over, which is basically like, well, if you fucking give them all this welfare, then they ain't gonna want work. Which is just, but all you've done is just like, you're just putting a fancy fucking glitz on that. Like, oh yeah, now it makes sense because it's all infographicked up and shit. I fucking dare someone to make this argument to my face.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
many people
I don't know, dude. Just sit around most of the fucking middle class Thanksgiving tables and you'll hear this. Guaranteed.
Get out of this dependency and live productive, independent lives, but many, too many, do not. In 1967, as funding for President Lyndon Johnson's War on Poverty began to ramp up, 68% of prime working-age individuals in the lower income groups were employed. 40 years later, that number had fallen to 36%. Why? Because
I wonder how that tracks with corporate upper end wages and business wages and stuff like that. I wonder if there's any kind of correlation between those numbers. You know what I mean? I wonder.
Work. In 2017, the bottom 20% of working-age households earned only $7,000 per year in wages. In the next highest 20% of working-age households, 85% of the people worked, earning a yearly average of $32,000. But factor in government transfer payments, which are cut off when one earns above a certain amount, and these two groups make essentially the same, $49,000 and $50,000 respectively. 2/3 of working...
That's a good thing. How's it not a good thing? Because a household that's only making $7,000 could not possibly be sustained. A household that's making $49,000, it is possible to sustain. It's still a miserable fucking existence.
Depending on how many people are in it, too, and what the fucking circumstances are of the people that are in it as well. Like, assuming a perfectly healthy, small family, $50K with 3 people,
it's doable.
Might be able to swing. Yeah.
It's not great.
No.
But it's doable.
Age Americans in the lower income group have reached the obvious conclusion. Why work when you can be paid for not working?
Let me explain something to you. $49,000 annually for a household is a miserable fucking existence. It's not any of those people in that fucking position. I mean, okay, there's probably some that are just like, yeah, Uncle Sucker gonna pay all my bills, fuck. But most of the people in that position, if they could fucking find a job and be gainfully fucking employed and increase their fucking lifestyle, but when they're looking at the fucking 20% above them, who are making just $50,000, that ain't worth it. So basically what you're saying is that you think these people should work just to have a subsistence fucking living. If you want people to be incentivized to actually work, if you want people incentivized to work, then you have to fucking raise wages to the level where people can actually have some luxury, some lifestyle. Pursue some fucking interests.
Dude, I'm gonna go a little farther. You're gonna have to come up with a system that isn't such fucking body-breaking drudgery that people are avoidant of it by principle. How about that? How about providing a safe and healthy work environment for the people that make all the money and clean up all the messes that your company makes? How about that? But a fair living wage and a fair working environment that isn't constant fucking nightmare scenarios.
I mean, basically, it's like you should live a life of complete and utter drudgery for like the most meager subsistence fucking existence that you can possibly have. And you're wondering why you can't fucking sell that to people? It's not hard to figure out, motherfucker.
I think part of it might be because he's fucking got a ridiculous bleach blonde pompadour.
Yeah,
preaching to poor people about shit. It's really not helping, bro.
But this decision not to work comes at a terrible price. President Franklin Roosevelt understood what happens when citizens come to rely on the government for their daily existence. He said, "The lessons of history show conclusively that continued dependency upon relief induces a spiritual and moral disintegration fundamentally destructive to the national fiber. To dole out relief in this way is to administer a narcotic, a subtle destroyer of the human spirit." This is the—
Well, you know what's even bigger destroyer of the human spirit? When you have to work hard and constantly, and you're still living the same meager existence and fighting for scraps, and you can't pay your fucking medical bills, and you can't pay your fucking car note, and you have to like decide which necessities you're going to have and which ones you're going to just do without.
Yeah.
Like, is that
that's not even to mention that what he was talking about there, FDR, he's twisting the narrative. FDR is talking about the right to a fair and remunerative job for people. People have to have work. FDR created the biggest government works program in American history, and he put millions of people to work, and that's what he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When living on the dole fucking destroys your self-image, your self-worth. You're constantly looked down upon by people in society. I 100% agree with FDR in that quote, because the prescription that FDR had based on that quote was to provide remunerative jobs to everybody who needed or wanted one, and to make sure that those jobs allowed for proper life, allowed space for leisure, allowed you to invest in something, allowed you to have something to strive and work for. So, it's just a shame that we live in a country where people are so stupid that they can allow somebody to twist the premise like this without, there's just a million people or more that probably just gobble this shit up. Oh, yeah. It's just like crack a book, motherfucker. Read a little deeper into that FDR quote. What did FDR do? What did he do?
He said, "Go back to work for your corporate masters, wage slaves."
He created what this fucking Simon Phoenix motherfucker would call a huge government handout project, where the government subsidized a bunch of lazy roustabouts, couldn't make it do for themselves. That's what he'd be saying about FDR if he didn't cherry pick a quote from fucking 90 years ago. Give me a break, dude.
Tragedy of the welfare state. By providing able-bodied people with a comfortable existence without
comfortable existence.
And that's another thing too, is that those policies that FDR put into place, right, to make people's work lives more manageable and to get better fucking compensation and more fucking safety from utter ruin. Do you understand that? I don't even fucking know, dude.
I mean, dude, I've known people on EBT and these programs and stuff, and comfortable existence is kind of a stretch, my man.
Well, I will say this too. In the wake of FDR's policies, the economy did crash. Oh, wait. No, it didn't. It exploded. It boomed like never before. There was a massive labor boom in this country that led to a massive manufacturing boom that fed families for decades and decades and decades with good jobs.
Requiring effort.
So you're arguing that we take away the last little bit of a safety net established during those times and what? Turn a bunch of fucking families with children over to the wolves? Okay, you first, bitch. You first.
Consigning them to a netherworld, a gray zone of stagnation. We are robbing them of the friction and the struggle that is necessary for growth.
What are you robbing them of? What are you robbing them of? The fucking massive joy of going to McDonald's every day and sweeping up the grease trap? Are you fucking kidding me? You look at that as a robbery? Working 3 of those jobs and not even able to pay all the bills? In debt anyway? That's what we're robbing people of? It's a wonder why they're so happy to be robbed of it.
Think of the potential loss under a mountain of government checks. Who knows what businesses these men and women could create?
The answer to that is none. None. Because these people that are on the bottom end of society don't have the ability to walk into a bank and get $100,000 for a fucking business loan. Okay? They're excluded from the economy because they have no collateral and no ability to prove income. Dumb fuck. You're asking them to skip the line about 23 steps between starting a business and just putting food in your mouth. They have other shit to worry about other than starting a boutique. Okay? They're worried about feeding their kids. They're worried about clothes. They're worried about cars. They're worried about transportation, childcare, healthcare, rising food costs. Who do you think pays the premium on that? Who? Who does the milk and eggs and cereal fucking crisis, who does that hit? Poor people. Right in the fucking mouth like everything else does.
But
fuck
Paul,
this motherfucker.
If these lazy
Fuck
roustabouts
PragerU.
were not getting EBT, then surely they would become industrious entrepreneurs. Think of all the great businesses we're being robbed of. How many businesses are being started by that 20% above them that you were talking about? None. You can't start a business when your entire household wealth is 50 fucking grand.
No.
You can't fucking do it. There's no money left over to start a fucking business with, okay? And if you think there is, I'd love to see you fucking try.
All I gotta say is they better get it fucking figured out.
Speaking of putting food in your mouth, I'm going to do some of that.
Oh,
some
really?
Taco Bell here.
What the fuck? Look at you, fancy schmancy.
Uh-huh.
Fancy schmancy. I managed to sneak in Jersey Mike's BLT while the power was out.
Power was out, Paul.
Yeah, wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Skills
Nudge,
they
nudge,
could
say
master, what problems they could solve. Instead, they live from government transfer payment to government transfer payment. They subsist, but they do not thrive.
Aw.
This is not compassion. If we really cared, we'd expect more from people, so they'd expect more from themselves.
If we really cared, we'd let people and their children rot in the streets until they got up the gumption to go work 17 McDonald's jobs. That's what real compassion is. Yeah, and exclude them from the education that would allow them access to these better jobs too. Make that fucking unattainably expensive and impossible to pay for. Yeah. Where's the pathway, friend? Show me where the pathway is. Show me where the pathway is without these programs, let alone with them. And I'll shut the fuck up and agree with you.
By disincentivizing work, we are stealing their future. The war on poverty has turned into a war on human potential. We are all the poorer for it. I'm Xaviaer DuRousseau for Prager University.
You're a piece of shit, sellout motherfucker. And I'm sure your grandparents would cry an ocean of tears to see you cucking and sucking the way you are. Because I can almost guarantee you, if your grandparents are here in this country, they fucking went through some shit so that you could sit here and piss all over the poor people that they were trying to uplift. You fucking scumbag. Whoever told you that hair looked good on you lied. Whoever told you that we believe that you're a straight guy working at PragerU lied. You're a closet case. Go fuck yourself and eat a big bowl of dicks for selling your soul out to this fucking shitty company. And what do you think it did? You say that there's like all this stigma and shit. Oh, there's nothing but, yeah, it's a horrible soul-sucking process to get to be on a government dole. What do you think it is when that is compounded by fucking a bunch of suited-up douchebags like you just pissing all over the people you claim to have compassion for yet again, as if you haven't wiped your ass collectively with those people enough? Give me a fucking break with this shit, man. It's beyond clownish. It's beyond fucking clownish at this point.
Preach.
This makes me want to spit right in this motherfucker's face, dude. This got me spitting mad, man.
Spitting mad he is.
I hate this motherfucker and everybody that fucking is on this fucking goddamn network.
Yeah, they're all
eat a dick,
shit.
evil shitmongers.
Yeah.
There's a special place in hell for people like you, hopefully.
One hopes.
We're going to take a look at some Antichrist shit. And I got to tell you guys, man, I'm not a Christian, but I've caught myself believing that this Jesus shit is real. I'm willing to take my lumps. I'm willing to go to hell as long as I get to see these other fucking motherfuckers come with me, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping, because there is no way any of these motherfuckers is squeaking through the pearly gates. Not a chance.